Happy Wednesday and welcome to another episode of Herspiration Happy Hour. Ladies, are you ready for some cocktails and conversation?
Yes.
All right, let's get it popping.
Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? With your host, the unapologetic diva, Dr. G, the girlfriend therapist, Dr. Cortina Lewis, the Blue Phoenix Heels, Louisa Harrell, and the networking extraordinaire, Diana Richardson Philippus.
Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? This is Herspiration Happy Hour.
Hey, it is Wednesday. I'm feeling a little rested. How about you? Oh, let me do this. This is your unapologetic diva, Dr. G.
This is Dr. Cortina Lewis, aka the girlfriend therapist.
And we have a special co-host with us today. Introduce yourself.
I am DT Lewis.
Okay, DT Lewis. As I was saying, it's Wednesday. I'm rested, even though I've not gotten as much done as I've been wanting to because I've been driving. Like when I say I've been driving, I've been like zipping, like all over the place. And so I finally was able to get me some rest last night, short of a dog kicking me in my back. But other than that, Dr. Lewis, how's your week been thus far?
It's going. I was kind of sick. I feel like I was getting sick, so I've been taking medicine. I've been extremely exhausted. I don't know why, but yeah. That's what we got going on. And it's Friday the 13th. Gonna watch some scary movies this weekend. So yeah, been great.
Okay. What about you, DT Lewis? How's your week been thus far?
It's great.
Oh, you got to relax.
Yes.
Yeah, because so when did we leave? We left
Thursday.
last Thursday. I think something like last Thursday, and I drove to Alabama, and then I drove back yesterday,
Yes.
back to Savannah. She said she got to relax. I drove there and I drove back. She was just a nice companion to have, her and the dog.
Dog. I was the dog sitter.
So, but I've been zipping all over, so that it's been nice to have, the company and whatnot. But my
Cool.
mom's house is like a place of serenity, so it was kind of a nice little, getaway. And we went to Maxwell concert, and he had Music Soul Child. I picked up my dress, so I'm excited. So it's been the last few days have just been like really, 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 really cool.
Good.
Yes. Speaking of, yesterday was National Mental Health Day,
It was.
and which is like really good timing because, like I titled this one, just life just be lifing. Life be lifing out here until it's not. And by what I mean until it's not, it's like being able to take better care of yourself so that you exist in this world presently. I'm not going to lie that, I think understanding mental health and what it actually means, and when it comes to suicide, and so that's one of the things that I think is important. And I was talking with my cousin Ashley, and I was talking back and forth, and they're trying to remove the word suicide out and replace it with unalive.
So one of the things that they also are changing, like they didn't commit suicide, they died by suicide. So even the verbiage around how you describe the ending of somebody's life, that's a move that's changing as well.
So just removing the word itself.
You didn't, and so it started, on social media because like suicide, they always say like they unalived themselves. Because you don't want to say like they killed themselves, or it seems a little bit more morbid than, they were unalived. And unalived is not even just for suicide, it's for homicides as well. They were unalived. So if they were killed, they were unalived. So that is not specific to suicide per se. But like I said, even the way that you describe somebody dying by suicide, you don't necessarily say they killed themselves or they committed suicide. They died by suicide, if that's a phrase that you still want to use.
Well, anyhow, I don't know. I feel like call it what it is. I think that no matter how you try to wrap your head around it, somebody taking a life or taking their life is still the same thing. They're not present. I don't like that society tries to sugarcoat things to soften the blow, because it doesn't soften the blow for the emotions. It doesn't remove um, the feelings and the emotions that people have around it.
It
So
doesn't do any of those things, but what it does is it shows more compassion, right? Because most people who unalive themselves or die by suicide, it's not
not
like they felt like they had an option. That was the last option. They wanted to stop hurting. So it's a way to be more compassionate about speaking about the person who this happened to, because we have to, when people say, oh, they committed suicide, a lot of people say, oh, that was selfish of them. How could they do that? It's always shaped in a negative light. Like they did this to other people when it had nothing to do with other people. 9 times out of 10, it had to do with the fact that I did not see another way for my life to continue. I felt like I would be better if I did not exist, because I felt like I had no more options. So it's a way, you're correct. It does not take away the emotion, but it puts it in a way where it's not, we blame the victim. Because anyone who dies by suicide, essentially they are a victim. It's not that I'm trying to inflict pain on my family. However, the pain I was feeling on the inside was so great. It was so heavy that my only out was for me to no longer exist.
And so I know that there are some therapists that are against changing the name or the naming convention of suicide and no longer using that word. One of them being my cousin Ashley, who is also a therapist. She's a therapist, and the fact that she is a trauma therapist, she has her, her feelings around it, not saying the word.
I think you can say the word.
Sometimes calling it what it is. And so that's the thing, call it what it is. I understand with being more compassionate and all of that. That means society needs to shift the narrative of being more compassionate for somebody who commits suicide and admit the fact that they had something, that there was something wrong, that they were unhappy, or because a lot of times people don't see it. People never see it coming. And that's why, it's important that we check on our strong friends, that we check on those who are functioning depressants, because they're utilizing work to overshadow their emotions or their problems, and that's their coping mechanisms. Hello, I've been one of them, not for depression, but just working myself to avoid dealing with me and all the stuff that was going on around me. I'm like, you know what, if I can occupy my mind, then I don't have to face all of the difficult things, because I'm at least doing what I love. So I think that we need to be more honest about where we are in our lives. And I think we were once talking about having a network and having friends that you can really truly talk to, and having a tribe. And we always say there's different levels. There's people you can talk to about one thing, and then there's other people you can talk to about other things. But as long as you know that your tribe exists and there's somebody in that tribe that you're able to be authentic with yourself, that you can cry and hurt and talk to, those kind of things matter. Denise, what's your take on like just mental health and having a tribe?
Oh, I absolutely agree. I have my own tribe because I do suffer from depression. I don't like medication because I think it's just a matter of removing myself from those negative thoughts that could lead to the act of taking my own life. So I don't know, mental illness is so for real, and I'm speechless. I could go on for hours, but having a tribe is definitely important. Definitely, even if it's one person, if that's your tribe, then have your one little tribe member But I think we all need somebody that we can turn to, and that's difficult because in the world we live in today, everybody is just trying to survive. So we tend to just be trying to survive, and we overlook the fact that we have a friend that's not calling us as much, and we listen to their lame excuses why, oh, I was busy, I was this, but really they were suffering. So because we have so much going on, it's kind of hard for us to take care of our friends like we should. So it's definitely a real thing.
Yeah, I was told that she had no choice to come to Huntsville with me. She had a choice.
Unalive me.
And I was
If I didn't go on this trip, and since I didn't want to unalive myself or her unalive me, I went on the trip.
Okay, all right.
No, but
Yeah.
what was your exact words? What did I say? When you was like you was hesitant, what did I say to you?
Bitch, you ain't got nothing else to do. I don't know. I don't know if
And then she said,
that
but then
work
she
with
said,
other people, but it worked with me.
She said, well,
she probably can't tell everybody, bitch, I got nothing to do.
So what she said to me, she said,
well, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah, because sometimes you got to force people to see that they need a break because they can't themselves see it. Because I'm so used to, and this is the reality, sometimes people get so comfortable with the chaos in their mind. My mind is full. I'm so full in my mind that I can't even see how helpful a break will be. And because I'm used to being in this state of emotional chaos and the rat race, I feel like I don't got time to do that. I got to stay over here, do this until you have somebody who can push you and be like, nah, I'm a neutral person. Like I can see. Yeah. You need this break. You need to come on over here with me. And it's great to have people in your tribe that can do that for you. Because sometimes we in it so deep, we ourselves, the party who's in it, we can't see how it's impacting or affecting us. This is something my dad called me today. Now, my dad is retired Marine, like real strong, not real big. He's sensitive, but he's not real big on like emotions. Okay, I got like 3 calls this morning at around 7 something. My aunt called me, so I didn't see it till later. My dad has never been on medication a day in his life. He had an anxiety attack today. Oh. Like, my dad is like 65. Never, ever. He didn't know how to deal with it. And I think that it's challenging, especially when you are a man, to admit that you need additional assistance.
Yeah.
You know, even culturally, some men are still not comfortable with being open about the pressures and the weight that they carry as it relates to the weight of the world, dealing with feeling like you have to do it all. Yes, us as Black women, we're used to that. Like we have that all the time. And we are a little bit more hasty about getting assistance. We have our girlfriends, like everything. Yes. Men, it's almost like that taboo subject. Like, I'm not finna admit, I need to just put my big boy pants on, go through it. I'm a man. I shouldn't need any help. And I think when men start to express things that look like feeling overwhelmed, we have to be able to support and be there and not put them in a space where they feel like, oh, well, I can't talk to my significant other. I can't talk to people who are in my life because they're going to be like, oh, you're a man. You got it. Oh, you can man up. Oh, it's just temporary. No, you need someone who's really going to sit there and listen to you because, yes, I'm a man and I'm human. And I have these emotions as well. And I'm dealing with this. And sometimes people really don't want to look at the reality that mental health impacts all of us at some point in time. For some, the impacts are longer. For some, the impacts are more severe. But everybody is impacted by mental health.
Oh yeah, in some way, shape, or form. That's why I said, it took a lot for me to be diagnosed with depression And I was like, I'm not depressed. And they had to explain to me what functional depression was. Because there were times in my life where I had been depressed, but I guess that was my coping mechanism because I started excelling with work and education and never really dealt with my personal life. So I think that I tried to overshadow things. So when I was going to therapy, my therapist was letting me know, I'm doing a lot. Basically, in other words, I'm doing too much. And I wouldn't agree. And then when she asked me about my personal life, I was like, I don't know. I have too much going on to worry about that stuff. And so I wasn't sleeping either. That was the other thing. I wasn't sleeping. I have insomnia. I'm diagnosed insomniac. So even when she tried to give me the Ambien gave me nightmares. I was like, I'd rather have ADD and everything else but rather than and not sleep and have insomnia rather than take Ambien because it gave me the worst nightmares. But like I said, it took a lot for me to deal with me. And it's so funny. Denise knew me back during that time. Definitely knew me back during the time of turmoil, relationships, and all of those things. And we leaned on each other. Even then, we used to live up the street from each other. So yeah, so it's like having someone who also knows your history, and how far and how hard you will go, even for other people. When you talk about being able to have somebody speak on your character, it's like when you have somebody that knows you for a long time, they know when something's wrong. That's when you're like, you know what? No, bitch, I've known you long enough. Something's not right. And it's important to have friends, like you said, to recognize those things. And those are things that I had to recognize myself, but I was in therapy when I found out and finally accepted that I really do need to deal with me. So, but life just, if we allow it, it can totally take control. And I know I talked about it last week, but I am still mindful of the little message that you sent. I'm mindful that every time I need to rest, every time I feel like I got 1,000 things to do, I intentionally go back to that because I owe it to myself to take care of me. And I was having a conversation, and I wish Diana would have came on, but just me and Diana was talking on the phone and just in general about just life and whatnot. And I told her, I said, sometimes we are so busy pouring into other people that we run ourselves dry, and we continue to, I don't know what we're pouring from. It's like we're just clinking the little thing, hoping something come out, and we're still trying to help people as opposed to going above and beyond because, I'm tired. I would still help people. She's tired. She would still help people. Cortina, you're tired. You would still help 50,000 people. But we have to ask ourselves, at what point do we start pouring back into us? When do we fill our cup? Right. And I know sometimes, and this is what I told Diane. I said, I know sometimes we can be tired, but guess what? We put on a face and we still do go hard for all of our clients. But we need to learn how to do the same thing for us. So when we're tired, it's like, don't just lay down and go to sleep. Get up and do something that you're going to enjoy, because then you will feel much more fulfilled, and you won't even miss sleep because you've done something for you. That's pouring back into your cup. Pouring into your cup will give you that energy. And I think that's one of the things that I'm so mindful of since I've been going back constantly reading where can I make corrections in my life for mental wellness, not just for mental health, but for mental wellness. Because I need it all the way across the board, not just mental health wise, but because it was starting to affect me physically.
Okay.
And so it's not just mental health. It's not just here. Mental wellness is your whole entire body. How are you pouring into yourself that's not going to affect your body? So even when I don't want to walk Kofi, I still get out there and I walk him. And I don't really have to because he plays in the house. I get out there and I do it for me. I don't necessarily do it for him. I do it for me. And then we'll go out and have a good time. Okay. But I had to force myself to do those things. But when I'm in it, I love it.
Okay.
So, yeah, but me and Diana was talking about that today, just of physical exhaustion. And we just say, well, I'm just going to go to sleep, thinking that that's what our body needs, when our body really needs to be moving, not laying still. And then we wonder why like back hurts, legs hurt.
Exactly. Everything is hurting.
Everything is hurting. Everything.
That's not
So I do think it's important. Like I always say, you need to get some sleep. But I think what you actually and here's a prime example. You were so tired that you did a whole girls' weekend, even in being tired, but you was not tired and you thoroughly enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't that you got sleep, you got what you needed.
Right.
You got to pour back into and fill your cup.
Right.
And so you felt energized versus exhausted.
And painted some pictures.
Yay. Oh, those are nice. You
Thank
did
you.
those?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Go ahead.
You know what? I never, because if I'm doing paint and sip, I'm not painting the paint, but that painting that we had at the girls' weekend, we had small chit chat, but we were focusing on our painting. And I said to myself, this was really relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be doing just more painting.
Yeah, I don't care because I wasn't there.
Well, you're coming to the next one.
I am, but I wasn't there at the inaugural.
Yes.
I was not there, and I was
Yes.
because it came out of nowhere, and I had a speaking engagement out of town. I'm like, I can't make it.
Our schedules just don't align.
They never
Let's just
do.
put it-
And just like I would have loved to be there for your graduation, but it was
Don't
this Saturday.
align.
I had to pick my dress up.
Just we always miss it.
Always a miss. But it's okay because I will see you in Orlando for the classics.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take that back. I'll be down there for work. I'll be down there for work for the conference.
You will be working.
Yeah, I will be working. Yeah, I'll be working. And then I'm going to, after work, I'm going to go and enjoy the classics.
Yeah.
But first, I'm going to mold some young minds.
Yes. And then you're going to have an appetite so we can eat all the food that we want. Okay.
I know. I still have to invest in like a body tray.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what I thought about? You know how they have the high chair tables?
Oh, yeah. You can do
I
that too.
feel like you can improvise one of those things and probably create like a standing table that goes around your waist and it just folds down.
Mm-hmm.
So you can eat standing up while you're
No.
walking. Oh, you've not been to the classics. The Florida Classics
I'm
is
not affixing no table to my body.
it's a small.
It's so you can put the stuff down because your hands be so full.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to eat chicken or whatever, and your hands
Turkey
full.
leg.
Yeah, turkey leg, crabs,
Yeah.
boiled peanuts.
Yeah.
Just,
It was a lot going on.
it's so many food choices, so many food trucks, so many. It's just the ultimate tailgate experience.
Yeah. They be selling alcohol bootleg on a wagon with a piece of plywood.
And you drink.
Sitting on top
That's the best alcohol.
with
though.
cups.
That's the best alcohol.
Oh
They
Lord!
probably have heavy pours. How much you want? It's like
I don't know what's in this, but it's good.
oh, and I'm hoping that this year is not as cold as last year. I've never known Orlando to get that cold. I was literally
That
freezing.
night was cold.
It was so cold. And what didn't I get? I want my candy apple.
Yep,
I didn't get my
that was
candy.
my fault. That was my fault.
So I just thought I'm gonna bring a backpack next time. So if whatever I want to buy, I could just put in my backpack.
Mm-hmm. That was my fault.
So my candy apple would be bought first, so they don't run out.
Don't blame me if they run out. It's not my fault. I promise.
Yeah, I was looking at flights today, so I can get me and Jay's flights for Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At first, I thought about whether I was going to fly from Atlanta to there or home to there, which I'm still debating.
Okay.
Because it depends on what you have going on. I might fly early and then just fly Jay later that Friday. Because, I came on Wednesday before. I would never do that again. I'd rather come on a Tuesday or and just work there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot going on with the podcast and all of the stuff. See, y'all, life be lifing out here. It'd be real.
Because that's the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But because I'm in Atlanta the weekend before, I'm trying to think if it makes better sense to just fly to Orlando from Atlanta and versus fly from Atlanta back to Baltimore, back
Okay.
to Orlando. I feel
Okay.
like it would be easier just to go from Atlanta to Orlando.
Yeah. And then D is off on Friday, so if Jay needed to be picked up from the airport, that's fine.
Yeah. And you know what the good thing is, like I think that would be actually I was looking at flights for Thursday night. But anyway, we all off topic up here. I'm just like
Well, this is the thing.
We're getting ready.
I'm talking about life be lifing. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna fit in this damn dress.
So did it come?
No.
Oh.
So why wouldn't you fit it?
Because I saw somebody post that they had to go up 2 sizes, so that means I would have to get a 14.
Oh no.
Okay, so Diana got her dress. She said she got her dress to size, and it fits her.
Oh, okay, okay. Because I was a little nervous. I was like,
so the other thing. Okay, so I don't think she watches the podcast. I hope not, because let me explain something. So life be lifing, and she bought a small, and I think I don't really know why. So then she got a medium, and then she said it was just hard to zip to the side. That was all. She could still get into it, but it was just a little hard to zip. But her dress is not like y'all's either.
Okay, because you know that's where all my fat is in my midsection. So if I can't zip it, we're gonna have to put some elastic, some something to make it fit. I'm gonna have to keep that jacket on, and we're gonna have to just do the top and leave the side open. But I'm gonna have a jean jacket, and that's just what we're gonna have to do.
Oh Lord, have mercy. We are not. You just have this. You just you just have the jacket over your shoulders. Did you see my message?
Yes.
Okay. So now, yeah. So that's why. So.
Oh Lord Jesus.
So now, hopefully that puts that a little more. You know.
Yes. Okay. All right. Because I'm like.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it was that situation. So and I was like, but her dresses is not like yours. And the other part, let me tell you how life be lifing. I'm gonna bust out all my bridesmaids. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all, life be lifing so much that I felt like I became somewhat of a bridezilla via my text, the way everybody made it sound like it sounded. Because nobody read, and a lot of my bridesmaids just picked the dresses that they wanted.
I didn't read her text either.
I saw it, but I was like, just when it's pretty too, and it got a split. I'm trying to be in the same thing. I don't even remember which one it was now. But she listed all of them. I said, "Oh Lord, people gonna think I ain't pay attention."
I didn't.
None of them.
I didn't. I told her I didn't.
She ain't the only one. Diana, like I'm like life just be lifing so much. I'm like, I know everybody busy, but god dang.
Well, at least I got the right shoe.
You ain't even get the right color at first dress. You were so
you know that was a bad time for me.
She said she looked at it was said periwinkle.
Thank God I caught it though. Something I don't know why I was going back. I don't know what I was doing, but I was looking back. I said, I know I didn't. Girl, let me email these people and ask them, can they just switch it since they haven't sent it out yet? They said, no, you got to cancel and reorder.
The whole thing. Yeah.
See, that's life be lifing. And
I got the color.
But now everybody has it together. I've either approved it or they corrected it. So it's all good. And it looks great together because I have them all. Everybody's choice. When I said, everybody send me your stuff, your names. And I put them in the order of how you all are going to be so I can visually look at how the dress is well lined. I like it. And oddly, y'all, I'm going to tell you, life be lifing, but God is good because it turned out perfectly.
Really?
Despite all of the craziness, it turned out perfectly. Yeah. because
does anybody else have my dress?
No. No.
Nobody got mine.
And you know what's so funny, that Diana went off the rails too and bought the wrong one, but then her dress matches Rose. So her and Rose got the same dress. Tasani and Robin have the same dress, and then
I don't have the same
you don't
dress.
have the same dress, and then you don't have the same dress, but y'all are on like opposite sides in the way that we'll do the bridesmaids pictures.
Oh, nice.
So that's why I said it turns out like, you know, God, I had to sit back and be thankful that it still at the end worked itself out.
She was having a conniption.
I was.
Oh, I know. I had the private text her like, wait a minute now. We had this. Wait a minute. Wait. Church finger. How you just gonna put us out on blast like that? Because people are gonna be looking at my name and my phone number with this dress that's not in the list.
Mine wasn't.
Hers wasn't.
I sure said
Diana's wasn't.
I said Shannon.
I didn't even know it was a dress called Shannon. I don't want to be the misfit.
And I think you didn't get Shannon. You got something else.
No.
It was called something else. It wasn't Shannon.
It was gonna be the second one I was going wrong.
Oh, that definitely ain't on there because I don't remember no Shannon.
No, it wasn't Shannon. Was it Ella?
It is a Shannon on there.
Was it Ella that you got that you weren't supposed to get? It was
I think I did Ella.
Okay, so you did Ella, then it was something else that you got. But anyways, I digress. I'm grateful that when I put it all together, it just kind of was like, oh.
So I'm glad I got the wrong dress. Then you know, it just brought to light that we ordered the wrong dress.
It just brought to light that none of y'all read.
I admitted it.
No, I saw the options because remember that night we was trying to help. What's the name? Yeah. Oh, I saw the options and I was like, oh, this one ain't too bad. I said, what you think about this one? You was like, okay. I did all the dresses that I thought were sexy and not, you know, crazy looking. And so that's where it came. And, you know, I had a split and it was fitted and the same material. And then she sent the message and put me on blast. And I
didn't put you on blast. I put everybody on blast. It was everybody.
I know, but I was like,
oh my God, Denise, this is your fault. I'm glad I was at her mama's house. I was like, oh, I'm safe. I am in a safe space.
What, I was going to unalive you there?
Oh my
so
God.
Did everybody else get the right dress? It was just us three that messed up?
No. It wasn't just three.
Yes.
It was three of us messed up?
Yes.
Oh.
Because it's 6 of y'all that had a choice. So half got it right and half did not. Right. But at the end of the day, it all worked out. It all worked out.
It worked out. Thank God. Praise Jesus. Hallelujah.
Yep. Now only, you know, now making sure as they come in that they all fit. Or y'all gonna be in, what do you call it?
Waist trainers.
Waist trainers, snatch.
I'm be in that anyway.
Snatchers. Heck, why don't you try cool sculpting?
Oh, I was gonna try that too. I just need to back away from the table.
That's
you know what? I just spit all on myself.
Please throw her table out.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I don't know if I have a tapeworm. I don't know if I need like I just don't know. Food is so delicious.
What in the
you know, and I have to do mindful eating. When my stomach says full, put the fork down. Don't eat any more. But I eat for taste, not to survive. And so when that is the issue, I'm like, oh, this steak is so good. I can't save it for tomorrow. I got to eat it all right now.
Oh my gosh.
Like, oh my God, this is so good. I can't let it go to waste. Oh my gosh. Like, I just have to eat it all. And so I just have to train and reframe my mind. And I also think I stress eat too. Because I snack when I can. And then sometimes I go a whole day without eating, which is equally not good. And so I have to get on a regimen. But again, life be lifing. From one day to the next, I got a book full of clients. Yeah, it's my fault because I set my clients. But when you're trying to, you know, pack them in, because I try not to work on Mondays, and I don't know what happened to Fridays. It's supposed to be my early day, but that's one of the heavier days now too. And so like just really trying to find balance between work, life, health, mental, spiritual, just trying to find balance in all of the circles of my life. That is what
You visually drawing it out?
Yeah, I write them down. Try to be everywhere. I have
Not,
little sticky
not,
notes.
not right. No, not on a sticky note. Like it's something dead in your face in your office that you have your chart of how you are feeling it. And maybe every day you should feel it to see where you
I
balance.
bought this white dry erase board that I'm looking at right now.
Probably don't got nothing on it.
Oh no, it's full. That's the problem. And it
Oh.
makes me like, oh shit. So I have personal home to-do list, I have work to-do list, and I have emotional care. The work to-do list, every time I put something off, it's something else that's getting back on. The list never goes down. And another thing, how I know like my mood is off, because I'm starting to procrastinate more. And putting off, oh, I do it tomorrow. Oh, I do it tomorrow. Oh, I do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm sleepy. Oh, I want to go take a nap in between sessions. Oh my God, I got to get back up. It's just trying to find balance. And we go through those periods in our life where we have to regroup, reset, so that when life, we're able to manage how we handle it when it comes.
Yeah. Now you just said something that hit home. Procrastination. I don't know what I never procrastinate, but what did I say today? I was like, damn, what did I do today? I know I worked, but time went by and I'm trying to figure out what in the actual hell did I do today? Because all the stuff that's on my to-do list is still there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I still have emails that I need to send. I have media articles that I need to get written up. I have slides for my November event that's due November 4th. I have speaking engagements next year that's already, but I have to submit my slides and training and stuff this year. I just signed on for 2 other speaking engagements that I'm just like, what in the, I need to, I don't know. I feel like part of me is, am I taking too seriously or my mental health or whatever? Because I'm tired and I want to sleep. So I sleep. I'm listening to my body. I'm not achy right now, though. I don't have the headaches. I'm actually sleeping better. I'm not as tired during the day like I was, but now I just feel like I'm not as productive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I'd rather trade being productive for procrastinating and taking care of me. I'm like you, where's that balance? Because I'm like tipping the scales too quickly, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've been here and I'm supposed to look at jewelry that's supposed to be made, and I ain't did that yet. And I've been with you for what, a week, almost 2 weeks.
We got time for that, though.
We don't.
We do. We got time for that.
We really don't.
We got time for that.
We don't. So I feel you with the procrastination. I think because I don't know how to really take care of myself. I do, but you know what I'm saying? Moving into this space. And if anybody watched last week's show, I was talking about the post that or the message that you sent us about taking care of self and being that woman that is balanced out. Now, you shouldn't even say balanced out, but just really taking care of you. And I just don't know how to be that person. Apparently.
It's the wedding.
What do you mean it's the wedding?
It's the wedding. It's consuming.
I have 136 days left.
See?
And I'm stressing
the fact
that
you know the number.
I just looked.
Consuming.
I just looked. 136 days left. That feels like
it's the wedding.
It feels like tomorrow.
It's not. It's not.
Okay.
That one more thing is consuming a lot of her time. Because it's important to you.
Yeah, but so is what my writing. I have a book. I have several books that I've been writing, and I don't feel motivated to write. So I don't write if I'm not motivated, because I'm not in a creative space. And let me tell y'all something. I know AI is nice, but that's not my job. That's not my jam. I am a die-hard, true to life writer, so I don't need to rely on AI. I need to be in a different position of creativity. And I feel like I'll get back there. But right now, in defense, I have been in a car more than I have sat still.
Agreed.
11 hours to Maryland, 7 hours to Savannah, Back to Alabama 7 hours, back here 7 hours. So I'm tired, and that's just in a week and a half. So sit down.
Here we go.
Pops up because he's been pacing and
Here
all
we
of that
go.
stuff. So I got to give him some love.
Aw.
He's tired, and
He
he's
fights
just
sleep.
like he fights sleep. They say I have a human dog.
He is.
Not the human dog.
She said he acts so human because he swat her hand.
Oh my God.
He would swat her. He swats her hand.
Okay.
Yes. But what are you looking at?
And he knows a lot of differences between different things. Like he knows if things that he like, things that he don't like. I try to mask it. He pushes that to the side. He's like, I'm not eating that. Yeah, he's super finicky. I'm just like, I don't know. But he's a good baby.
For her.
Oh, so cute.
He's good and spoiled. But you know what? So I know we have about 20 minutes left. So what I would like to really talk about is like how, like I know I have coping mechanisms, right? That's my hair. Oh, he eating string. What do you feel like are your coping mechanisms or mechanism that you would like to try that you need to get to achieve the balance that you're looking for?
Time management.
Exercise. I don't exercise.
I thought you were saying for her.
No, me too. I was like, yeah.
I was say, no, but if you watch the show, let me tell you something. Her husband tried to get her out to walk, and she has 1,000 excuses why she.
Oh, that's all I'm gonna do is walk. I ain't doing nothing else. I won't.
You weigh $135.
It don't matter. I'm trying to get. That was not a good.
And
friend.
actually, not even $135. You like $110.
It's not a good friend right now. She's not being a good friend.
Well, walking is healthy for you.
It is. It really is.
It's a stress reliever.
It is.
So
when I'm at work.
So what would time management look like for you?
Prioritizing rest, making sure that I'm spending adequate time with my husband and family, making more time to enjoy the things that I neglect. And when I say neglect, like the painting, creating and carving out more space for me to do those things that bring me ease and peace.
And joy.
Yes. Managing work, outsourcing things that take up my time. So with that, I would have to gain a little bit of trust in the people that I decide to hire or put in place to be able to offload some of those tasks that are very time consuming that I don't necessarily need to do in order to stay caught up and up to date. So that's just a few things. It's a lot, but those are some things that I need in order to feel balanced so I can get my mind in a place where I am able to perform at my optimum potential.
Okay. What about you, Denise? What would you do?
I agree with everything that she said. The work part of it, when I was going through a leadership course at my job, one of the things they talked about was removing some of the responsibilities onto people that you trust.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to think that somebody is going to do the job as good as you do. But that's not a requirement for them to do the job. I just need you to do the job that I asked you to do. It's not going to be the way that I want it done, which is why I didn't, delegate a lot of tasks, because I don't like the way you're doing that. So I'll just do it myself. But once I started to, delegate responsibilities, that helped me a lot at work. And not just try to do everything. I'm a person that just wants to do everything because I think I'm going to do it right and can't nobody else do it right. So I just overwhelm my brain with, it could be information, it can be tasks. So when I get home, I'm mentally exhausted and I can't sleep. I'm thinking about all those things that can't nobody else do better than me, but they can. And that's a trust thing. So I absolutely agree with that, because if my brain wasn't thinking about work so much, I could probably go back to my jewelry business and work on it like I should. But work is like in my brain. Not now because I quit, but that's the reason why I quit, because it was like too much mental and physical going on, and I had to make a choice.
Mm.
But I absolutely agree with you, Cortina.
Thank you.
I think for me, I'm doing that. And I think that's why I'm at rest. I'm felt like I had to keep wiping like tears from my eyes because I'm like, um, my tribe really does not live in Maryland. I probably have like a few, just a handful that live in Maryland, but my tribe is so spread out that, and I'm working at home a lot, and I'm like, I miss my friends. So being able to be here with Denise, or being with my mom, or being with my sister, I got to hang out with my niece. I've been getting the feel that I need, and I think that's part of where the procrastination is coming from, because I'm finding my joy with my family and with my friends. Um, and oddly, it's so rare, but I'm one of those people that is I hold it down for my tribe. I'm one of those people. If you can call me, I'm always going to be there. Like me and Diana talked about it one time. She called me and said, I just need to do something. We booked flights. Immediately we booked the flight, and we didn't get a chance to go because of the weather, but that's the kind of friend I am. So when I'm missing my friends, because up in Maryland, I have all my family's in Maryland. Like cousins, auntie, but I see what they do online. If my mom's in town, my mom knows everything that's going on there, but I'm seeing it online. So I don't really deal with my family. So even when it comes to, I probably have a cousin, my cousin Carletta, me and her, she's driven up to my house, but outside, I don't really have visitors at my house. Come and see me. My friends they have lives, they're busy. Some of them have kids. Me and Tasani, of course, I mean, hands down, that's my girl. So me and her get together, and she's intentional. She's like, when are we going to get together? And it's just making time for it. But for the most part, trying to make time for all of my friends who I feel like I need to be connected to, I need that, and I miss those things. And so having all of this time between Denise and my mom and my sisters and my niece that I got to hang out with and my dad, it's filled me. So I'm like, I'm not done. That's part of my procrastination, is that I've been showing up and so intentional because I needed that. I needed that feel. I really needed that feel. And probably when I get back to Alabama, I'll be so filled that I'm going to be twice as productive and being able to get past. I'm not going to say I have writer's block, because I don't. I just don't feel like committing to anybody other than myself and my friends, because I don't get to connect that often because I live so far. And it's like I really genuinely just miss my friends. I'm with my man all the time, so I ain't got no. So, and he has a ton of friends. He grew up in Maryland, where I spent summers, and my family members that I was close to, we grew apart by the time we were adults. And I don't know, some people who I used to spend time with all the time, we no longer spend time together. So even when I know when people I already know that there are going to be some that when they see pictures of the wedding, they didn't get invited, but I don't feel like I still feel, I felt, let me tell you how I did my wedding. I did the same way I did my wedding that I would want to do my funeral. If you haven't been showing up present, I don't need you to celebrate with me. Honestly, and that's just legit how I feel. If the only time that I can see you do stuff, and it's not me being petty, it's just that we don't have a relationship. So why would I invite you to feed you and spend money on you, and I'm not a second thought, and yet I'm 20 minutes up the street or 25 minutes up the street? So I've just been very cognizant about my relationships, and I'm very reciprocal. I believe in reciprocation. I might not reciprocate the same level, because I don't feel like it's a competition. If you give 100%, I have to give 100%, because there are sometimes I'm going to do 30 and I'm going to need you to pull your 70% weight. And then there's going to be other times where it's like, look, I got your 100 because I know, but I'm going to be here to hold you up. That's a real tribe. All that other stuff, I can't. So my tribe of friends, we cover each other's percentages. I don't care how little or how much. And there is not criticism that come with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel emotional for that place that I feel when I'm at home. I'm more lonely than I am filled. So when I'm away, I'm like, bing, 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 bing. I could be here. Even for your birthday, there was not even a question. I was like, let me book my flight. It was a couple of days. I don't care what I have to do or who I got to fly. I will be there. Look, I didn't even never miss a flight. Delayed, all of that stuff. I was like, I don't give a goddamn close. If you got to fly me to Tampa and I drive over, I'm not missing.
And I appreciate that.
But that's the kind of friend I am because I need my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is he fighting you?
I don't know. I don't know.
So I love my friends, and and my friends check on me, and I literally, because Cortina, no, I'll call her, and it'd be funny. I'm like, call me when you get some time. She like calling. Like, what the hell? I said, call me when you got some time. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, where you was closing on your house the last time?
Sure was, sitting right there in the lobby.
I was like, this could wait till you're done.
No, I can't.
But it was nice because I got to cry. I got to just release, and just having someone who's always going to be like, well,
Good, I'm glad she called you because she called me crying. We both crying, and ain't nothing gonna get accomplished. Very good. I don't do crying. You crying, I'm crying. You don't understand me. I don't understand you. I'm glad you there, Tribe Called Quest, because I can't.
Oh Lord,
I can't.
She said Tribe Called Quest. Yes.
I can't do crying because I am in your emotions, and I don't need to be. But I don't know how to separate that. If I'm with people that I care about and they're crying, I'm crying. I'm crying so much I don't even hear what your problem is. And I could just merely tell you, girl, just shut up and get over it. But I can't even do that because I'm in your, no, seriously, like I'm so into your emotions that I'm crying. I don't hear it.
But that's good to know.
Yeah. Thank you, Cortina.
You're welcome.
I'll be the road dog.
But you know what?
Here's the thing. And I'll be road dog. You be next and I'll be road dog because I can't.
It's so weird. So let me tell you, there's a good and a bad to having a friend that's a therapist. So here's the thing. It's like you want to call them, but then it's like, damn, I feel like I should pay her if I ask her this question, but I'm genuinely calling her as a friend because I would normally call a friend, but anyway. I know she's a therapist and I don't. It is literally one of those things. And I know she can't treat me because I'm her friend, but then I know when I call her, she's going to have her therapy hat on. But
I would ask. I'd be like, Cortina, I need the girlfriend hat.
Well, she always has a girlfriend hat on. But still, it's like mentally, I know.
You be like, crack the windshield. Take a breath.
You ever meet someone? No, because this one here.
Cortina, I'm gonna tell you, I'm the girlfriend. Like, let's go crack that windshield. I'm that friend. I'm glad she got the therapist friend.
Let's pull up.
You know what? Hold on.
We can slash some tires.
This St. Louis right here.
We can slash some tires.
St. Louis.
I can show you how to slash them. One motion. One motion.
Jay, watch out. I got friends out here
we will not incriminate ourselves. This is for entertainment purposes only.
But see, only y'all know that. He would never know that.
Well, now the world knows that.
I'm just saying.
We're
playing. Never know. Yeah,
we're just
this
playing.
Is all for
This is hypothetical.
This is entertainment purposes only.
I love Jay.
Allegedly.
Thankfully, I think maturity comes with just walking away.
Walk away.
Just walking away.
Right up to the car. Yes. Yes. Slowly.
By the way, I'm telling you, I don't know why her profession was not being a comedian. Because even Ro has said it when I went to get my dress, she was with me when I was first picking it out back in April. We turned up so hard in this boutique. They was like, we need y'all here every because we were like the best at this place. We had a ball. We was only supposed to get one bottle of champagne.
That didn't make no sense to me.
Why I don't know how many they had. I think like 3.
What?
They wouldn't let
2
me
and a half.
Third one. I was not happy.
They poured you some of the third one though. And then come to find out, she out there pulling dresses off of somebody else's rack.
Look, what had happened was, look, that she wasn't even over there. The girl was over there. The dresses was over there. So I went over there. While old girl was trying to pick out dresses for Pam, I was like, okay.
Oh my
Level. I think you need to get that one. She said, "Are you sure?" Yes. I was like this.
Pulled a dress from somebody
get that
else's. And guess what? That's my dress.
No.
Everybody
Not even and I found this out after the fact.
Wow.
And then we was hold up. So we was in the car. What was you talking about? The no leg man at the car wash?
Look,
That's why I was like, I don't know why she was not a comedian, because life be lifing for her so much.
Why are you at a car wash?
That's his job. He works at a car wash.
Handicap.
You can wash a car with a handicap.
If you leave some spots on my car.
She didn't care that he didn't have legs. He left spots on her car, and she said he needs to go and get those spots off her car.
I don't care how you do it. I paid you to do that. You knew what you had to do when you rolled up in there. You knew what you had to do. It was wash on, wash off. Sir, you need more wash on and less wash off, because look.
And he even pointed out that he was handicapped and didn't have no legs, and
then
she said she don't care. Why'd you do him like that? So that's why I say she is totally comedic.
That's not true.
So you can already see this is going to be a very interesting get dressed day in Destin. Seriously. So but last I would leave. I want to go around, and as we tell people where we can find ourselves. Give one tip for self-care or just mental wellness, besides you need to go to therapy. And I don't care what people say when they say I don't believe in therapy. Therapy exists for a reason, and therapy is truly therapeutic. And there's a difference between being able to have friends that understand and an actual therapist, because and a coach, no offense to the coaches out there, but I want people to understand that if you unpackage something, that you have someone skilled that knows how to handle it.
Right.
And not bottle it back up, not repackage it for you to continue to carry, but really address it. So, DT Lewis, where can people find you at? And what would you recommend as a coping mechanism for people to deal with mental wellness?
You can find me at the unemployment line. For mental wellness, I would say just pick a day where you focus on yourself. Just pick a day, one day out of the week, where you just only concentrate on yourself.
Where is your jewelry line or whatever that they can follow you at?
Yeah, no, don't follow that, because I got to go get this money from this job at the unemployment line. Rolling. Then the next time y'all see me, I can give you that website. But I do have a website, but I'm not putting any product on it right now because it's not where I need it to be.
I just can't.
But that is my coping mechanism, was making jewelry. That was one of the coping mechanisms for me. But that was me picking one day where I only focus on myself, and that's it. And that's turning off the phones and that's hard. But if you can do it, then go ahead and do it, because it's important.
Okay. Dr. Lewis.
You can find me at The Girlfriend Therapist on all social media platforms. You can also find me at Sext Unveiled, SEXD Unveiled, and at the Noir Center, the Noir, NOIR Center. And my tip for everyone is to just do what makes you happy. Too often we spend too much time trying to please other people. It stresses us out, causes us to get frustrated, irritated, aggravated. But if you put yourself and pour into you first, you will have more to pour into others.
Oh, I love that. You can find me on all social media platforms at I am Dr. P. Gurley, IAM DRPGURLEY, as well as the BGBB Kids Red Carpet and BGBB Literacy Foundation. I think my tidbit would be show up authentically, always. I think the more authentic you can show up for yourself, the more honest and real you can be with yourself. And that's how you'll show up to the world. I think it takes more energy to be false in who you are. And if somebody has anything to say about you, as long as you stand up and are true to yourself, I don't think it will ever make a difference, because you can say you are being yourself, no matter what that looks like. Serious, no matter what it looks like. And I think the last thing I would say is please check on your strong friends.
Mm-hmm.
Check on your friends who are working a lot. Check on your friends who don't reach out as often. Send, whether it's a text message, take today to contact somebody that's been on your heart and just reach out. Even if you don't hear from them, it will make you feel a lot better just knowing that you reached out to that person. Because this, we like to think mental health awareness day or mental health day. Mental health day is every day. It's everyday work. It's everyday practice. Dr. Lewis wouldn't be in business if it was any other way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a lot, but I just want to emphasize that we're not celebrating and recognizing a day. We're celebrating and recognizing every single day, because every single day you matter, or you matter, and you matter to somebody, whether you think so or not. So be kind. And you will see us here next Wednesday, same time, same place. And you can always catch up on previous episodes on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
With that, ladies, as we always say, hey, look here. Cheers.
This is Herspiration Happy Hour.